WORT 89.9 FM, listener-sponsored community radio, Madison, Wisconsin. And hello, welcome to A Public Affair. I am Esty Dinur. My guest today is Domo Geshe Rinpoche. She is a Tibetan Buddhism teacher, has been teaching for a number of years, holds numerous retreats and spiritual teachings every year. She is the founder and spiritual director of White Conch Dharma Center, which is here in Wisconsin, and it has branches in other places in the United States and Germany. She also founded Grand Transitions Institute and Hospice, and is the author of Mystery of Emptiness and Love and Red Lotus Buddhist Wisdom. And hello, Domo Geshe Rinpoche.
Good afternoon, Esty.
Thank you for joining us. And should I call you Domo or Geshe or Rinpoche? I'm not sure how.
Rinpoche is the usual.
Rinpoche, okay. And what does your name mean?
Rinpoche?
Yeah, or all three.
Rinpoche is a title. Actually means precious. It could be given to one's teacher or to the abbot of a monastery, but generally it is used for those who are reincarnations of another previous Rinpoche.
So what does that mean? Explain what it means that you are a reincarnation of another Rinpoche.
There is a historical record of activities, including good times and bad times, that parents and children and their grandchildren, we have a historical record of our ancestors. But there is another way that we can mark the passing of time, which is in a more vast way, that at the very basis of our reality and manifestation in this world, that the foundations are time and space. And time is marked in many different ways, and one way is through an internal method, which is, I suppose, for Christian listeners, that we could think that there's a kind of a heaven time, and that there are regular intervals when living beings are arriving in this world with special missions, such as Jesus Christ, such as Buddha, such as Muhammad. And on a smaller scale than these great beings, we could say that there are great beings who come to this world to help others, who don't have a personal agenda, and in that way seeking lives of contemplation, that they become connected to one religious tradition or another. And in our religious tradition, that we don't have a kind of ordinary death of the reincarnates, but in fact enter into enter into a stream which again arises in the human realm, that superficially appear as mother and father, but in fact they are born from their own self. Huh?
Okay.
Maybe that's a little complicated, but okay.
I can understand what you're saying, but if that is the case, one wonders, since you have mentioned some of the great spiritual teachers of the various cultures, I would add to them Moses and several others of the Jewish tradition, and of course there's many other traditions, and it does seem to me, from my limited study, that indeed all spiritual traditions, and not necessarily religions, I think religions are often corruptions of spiritual traditions, but the spiritual traditions in their pure form seem to be teaching basically the same things, but in culturally appropriate way, if you will, if I may put it in 21st century language. So one wonders, if that's the case, why would a white woman, which you are an American, I'm assuming, why would you not, if you came here to teach spiritual things to the West, why would you be doing that in an Eastern way? Why would you be teaching Tibetan Buddhism rather than, some stream of Christianity or some Western tradition?
Oh, very, very interesting and long question. Let me think. Let me
Sorry.
see. That in our if you closed your eyes, who are you? Who are you?
Is that a question you'd like me to answer?
Yes. Who are you?
We're interviewing
Close
me.
your eyes and you think, who am I? What is the answer?
Yeah.
We don't have to go too deep here.
Right. It is a question that I've closed my eyes and asked myself throughout my life, and basically, if we take away all the external things, such as the father and mother and where, my life circumstances, who am I, is basically a pure soul.
Yes, but if you don't go that deep, if you're just looking on a sort of a mental level,
okay,
who are you?
I am so many different things.
I guess you have too much reflection to be able to get the right answer, the answer I'm looking for.
Okay, let's see it. What's the answer?
I think when you close your eyes, that you are Esty.
Yeah.
Just a very plain.
Okay.
Is that? And I'm trying to go around this way to answer your question. When I close my eyes,
yes,
I am Domo Geshe. And so this personality, this continuity of spiritual determination transcends life, transcends lifetime. And so who I am is a spectrum of the activities which have not yet been completed, as well as being here because our world is changing, that our world is not so isolated, that we have a broader vision of the spiritual traditions, which have become quite blended across country lines. Isn't that so?
It is, yeah. But so again, I ask, why would a white American woman be teaching Tibetan Buddhism? I think I understand what you're saying, that when you close your eyes and you look inside, it's clear to you that this is who you are. But again, why would it be the way it is?
Because this is the method which I have used for many, many, many lives.
Mm-hmm. So you have this internal knowledge that this is who you are.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it's actually not a mystery. It's not unusual. It's not strange. It's simply who we are. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Including other Rinpoches.
And are there other Western Rinpoches who are Western people who have achieved this title due to who who they are or who they have become? Or you?
You know, I believe there are that you can probably Google. I have not personally met anyone, but I have heard that there are some Western people. Probably most famously, the reincarnation of Lama Yeshe.
Tell us about that.
Who was reborn as a Spanish boy. Excuse me, a little bit of a cold here.
Yeah.
Who was reborn as a Spanish boy and entered monastery and like that, and others as well.
Mm-hmm. So tell us, if you don't mind, briefly your journey up to here. How did you find out that this is who you are, and what drew you in the first place, and how did you get to your current position?
You know, this particular question is really, really long in order for you to understand it, and I'm wondering if really it might be outside the parameters of the time that we have here to be able to explain it clearly enough. Maybe you can break down part of that question.
So you were born again, I'm assuming, I don't know, to a white American family. At what point did you find yourself drawn to Tibetan Buddhism? Why, and what happened then?
You know, I have arrived by an unusual method, which is transference of consciousness.
Mm-hmm. So what does that mean?
That means that I, in my just previous life, in the 8th Domo Geshe, sat down and did a particular ritual, which is a very high yogic process, and transferred my consciousness to one of my senior American students, and have remained here since.
So does that suggest that you weren't born as a child to a mother and a father? Or?
That I have a physical birth, which happened many, many decades ago. However, the Domo Geshe, arrived here now going on almost 13 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And since that time, I have been teaching and traveling in ways that my before American would never have done.
Okay. My guest today is Domo Geshe Rinpoche. We are talking about, we've been talking about her. We're going to switch now to talk about Tibetan Buddhism.